So they straight up asked me like, where Marky at? I'm like, I think he at home. Like, I'm like, I think my mom came and got him. I'm like, I don't know what happened. I'm like, he was in the office, and I'm like, they was talking to him, and I'm like, I saw my mom myself. So, I'm kind of like giving them bits and pieces now. It's a lot of Marky people there, and it's 2 girls, but it's a lot of guys there. You know what I'm saying? So they always on dummy. Legit. It was all in, one for one and one for all on dumminess. So he like, did y'all end up getting into it with them? You know what I'm saying? So he point like towards Roosevelt and them way. Now Roosevelt and them and his people was kind of like a little in the front of us. You know what I'm saying? But still like we can see them, we can hear them. They saying all type of stuff. Roosevelt like, hey Roshan, why you scared though? And then Marky Fred say, won't you run up and find out? So I'm like, man, look, Marky ran in my classroom and ran up on Roosevelt and got it in right there. He like, I thought we was doing it after he got out of school. I'm like, yeah, they was talking about detention and how the way they was going to spare us. But I'm like, all of a sudden my mom was up here. He like, man, Mark always doing something. He a hothead. He got to know how to relax, right? So boom, we're still walking now. Mind you, we all are trying to get to our bus stop. So I'm like, I think they finna come over here. He like, let them come over here. He like, where they bus stop at? I'm like, they normally catch the bus going this way, right? Now we catch the bus going this way. Only time they ever get on the bus going this way if they coming with us. So they just like kind of like posted, but they not posted at their bus stop. They just, you know what I'm saying, right there, like just talking and be like, yeah, you scared though? You scared? They scared because they talking to one another. Roosevelt and them people like, because they scared. I don't care how many people you got. I got hands for that. So they just talking. They just going, you can hear. But Marky people weren't even like, they just more like run up if you want to. So one of Marky guys was like, hey, you still got that in the book bag? When he said that. Okay, so first off, when he said that, I was like, you got a gun? I swear to God, I was like, you got a gun? And he was like, he looked at me, he scratched up his face. He like, no. And they unzipped the book bag, and it was a big slingshot. Like, it was a slingshot. It was big. It was a big, like, and he made the slingshot, and it was big. He said, look, and then he showed me the rocks. He like, all I gotta do is put, he like, and my aim is good. So in my mind, I'm like, that's still kind of dangerous. You know what I'm saying? That's still kind of dangerous. Like, you could put somebody out, you can hit them upside the head, you can close capture, you can clear them. Okay, you might as well say you got a gun. You know what I'm saying? So boom, we at our bus stop. So the girl, she pulls out a blunt. She like, y'all want to smoke this and go for pizza? And so I'm like, I don't think I'm gonna be able to go for pizza. And so Marky friend like, yeah. Just let us know if Marky good. Like if you want, we could go to the crib with you. I'm like, nah, cause they like we stay on the bus until a couple of more stops and then walk, right? So they like, and then we gonna go for pizza. I'm like, yeah, but even if I could, I still can't. Like even if I didn't have to check on Mark, I'm like, I got rehearsal later, right? So it's still stuck on my mind. I got rehearsal. So he like, all right, he like, that's okay. So she sparks it up, my phone, zip, 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 zip. I check, it's Greg. So I'm like, hey, yo, I'm like, this Roosevelt friend. Now, Greg is in the crowd with Roosevelt. They are literally right there, like on the next, like they're right there. We can see them. I can see him. And he's calling me. So I pick up the phone. I'm like, what's up? He like, y'all need to chill. I'm like, no, you need to tell your friend to chill. He like, but you my friend too. And I'm like, I didn't even know how to accept it because you have startled me, sir. I am scared for my life every time I talk to you. Like, every time you talk to me, I'm always going to listen. You can't say we friends, I miss you, that. You scared me. You scared me. So, talk about y'all just need to, just talk it out. Like, if you want to, like, you could come over and I have Roosevelt to come over and we could all talk. I'm talking to him too as well. I'm like, no. I'm like, it's good. Like, I just rather not be friends, right? So I'm like, hey, I see my bus coming. So boom, the bus comes. I hang up, we all get on the bus. So they like, what'd he say? I'm like, none, something about that. Me and Roosevelt need to talk it out. They like, man, no. You know what I'm saying? So in my mind, while I'm on my way home and we on the bus and they all just talking, you know what I'm saying? We didn't even too much keep indulging into what happened. We just, now at this point, they're just talking about whatever. And I'm just sitting there like waiting on my stop to, you know, arrive. And I'm just sitting there like, I don't know what I'm about to walk into. I don't know. Legit, like I could be walking into pure fire. I don't know what's going on, what Marky probably said, what Marky done. Only thing I know is when I left, everything was in a good spot when I left from the principal office. And just seeing my mom is like, you had to tell us something. Did you put my name in it? That's what I was worried about. But all of a sudden it seemed like this particular day, the bus is going fast. Okay? But nobody just stopping the bell so they can get off. Like the bus is like legit going fast. And like, why? Like, take your time. Boom. I get to my stop. They're like, you gonna be all right from here? I'm like, yeah, I should be fine. Boom. I get the, you know what I'm saying? I get the walking. And I'm walking home and I'm walking slow. And I'm thinking like, I'm trying to come up already my answers. But I'm like, I didn't even really do anything. Like I was literally in the class, locking in, getting ready for the assignment. I was even ignoring Roosevelt. I'm like, what is it? Like, why do this gotta happen to me? Like, I'm literally breaking down in this walk. So I'm like, okay, so boom, I get on my block. And I'm like, oh my God. And I'm just looking at the houses and I can see my home. And I'm like, I looked, I see my dad's truck there. So, cause he was parked in the front. Because there was only so many cars that could park in the garage back there. So the rest of the cars was just parked in front of our house. So I'm like, oh my God, like, they're already home. Like, what is she doing home so early? You know, that's what I'm thinking in my mind. Like, don't she gotta go get Caleb? Like, I'm breaking down. Like, I'm thinking about a lot. Like, boom, I stick my key in the door. Front door now opening. Soon as I come in, that Marky is sitting at the dining room table. He looks destroyed. He looks damaged. He looks like he got yelled at, beat on, kicked on, and he got this look in his face when he was looking at me. And I wanted to say what happened, but I could not because my mom was right in the kitchen waiting on me. The dining room, the kitchen, she could see me. It was like a bar area, so she could see me. So as soon as I came in, I'm like, hey, Mom. She like, take a seat. I'm like, huh? Look, I'm on something else right now, and I don't think you want to. Look, I don't want to beat you down. Take a seat. So I'm like, okay. So I sat down. I'm like, yes. What happened today? Straight up, that's what she asked me. What happened today? So I'm like, I look at Marky. What happened today? I'm like, you can speak, right? I say, yes. I don't need to see you do sign language. Don't give me no body language. I need you to do this. Like how you be opening up your mouth like a piranha being. I need you to do this. So I'm like, looking at her because I'm scared. Caleb comes down, so I'm like, so she went to go get Caleb early. He like, Mommy, I'm done with my nuggets and fries. She said, just wash your hands the best you can, and I'm going to come and rewash your hands. And just wait for me so I can get you a shower going. So I'm like, so she even went to go. This is serious. In my mind is like just going, okay? Because that means you went to go get Boo Man early. You got him an early dismissal, everything. And just ate. Marky sitting up here looking like, you know, nobody loves him. And now I'm in the hot seat all of a sudden. So I tell her straight up, I'm like, I don't know what happened. Yes, you do. You know what happened. Marky, don't Roshan know what happened? He like, I think so. Marky, I'm going to bop you behind your head. I'm telling you, when I do, and I'm going to hit you right here. All your memory is going to be deleted. You understand? So he like, I mean, okay, tell me what you mean. Hurry up, please. Let's go. I don't got all day. I got things to do. I want to enjoy my day. I don't got time to sit here and go back and forth with you. We already been talking. You already know what's up. So I'm just looking like, oh my God, like, what did he say? And so he like, yes, Rody Doty know what's going on. Bingo. That's all I wanted to hear. Roshan, what's happening? Tell me what's new. What's going on? What's happening in your world? So I'm like, what's going on? What happened that was different? Because you've been going to class today, right? I'm like, yes. Okay, so what's been different out of this whole entire day? What happened? That's something that you probably should be telling me. This is the time and the opportunity to open up your mouth and get the flapping them gums like a duck. I'm going to need to hear you. So I'm like, are you talking about that me and Mark was in the principal office? Oh, somebody out there coma. Somebody out there. Yes, that you coming back to life. There you go. Yes, that's exactly what I'm talking about. Bingo. Now let's keep going. Let's go to the show. Let's get to the show. So I'm like, we was in the office. Why? How did you get there? Start it over. You're not slow, are you? Do I need to put you in a slow class? Because I could put you in a slow class. I could put you in a slow class. Do you want to be? I'm like, no, I don't want to be. Because it seems like you got a disability right now. Okay, start it from the beginning. How did you end up in the principal office? And don't lie. And I'm like, well, I went to fourth period. And then I looked at Mark. I said, what you tell her? I'm telling you, if you don't get to spitting and talking, I promise you, I will beat both of y'all. Tell me what happened. So I'm like, I was in fourth period. And I'm like, we had an assignment. Okay, and that's what you're supposed to be doing, your assignments. I said, Mark, he busted in my classroom. He what? I'm like, he busted in my classroom. And then him and Roosevelt got into it. The teacher told him to leave. And I didn't want to give Marky last name, or I didn't want to say what class he in or nothing until they took me to the principal office. So Mark, he like, yes. So wait, you didn't tell me. You told me about the cafeteria. So what happened in the cafeteria? I'm like, Marky was standing up for me, and when he saw the boy, he flipped a tray on his shirt. And so she said, okay. That was true, but you didn't tell me that. So that's what happened? I'm like, yes, that's what happened. I'm like, can I go to my room? She said, no, you cannot go to your room. I'm not done. I'm like, okay. Am I in trouble? Did I say you in trouble? Did you did something that probably got you in trouble? I'm like, no. I'm like, I didn't even do anything. I didn't even know Mark was going to do that. And so he was like, I'm sorry, Rody Doty. I'm like, it's okay. It's cool. She said, no, it's not cool. It's not cool. Because you know what's going to happen? Marky going to end up getting kicked out. I'm going to end up having to take you out because you're going to get taken out of school. Because the way for him to be able to learn and get his education and graduate before time, and you graduate on time, if y'all be separate. I'm like, Mom, please. I'm like, I like that school. I'm like, I even have a rehearsal today for acting. Acting? You don't need to act. You're horrible at acting. You're horrible at lying. You're horrible at... And so I'm just sitting there like, why is this? Why am I getting in trouble? So I'm like, but I have to be... It's a grade, and I have to be there. Okay. I'm like, today. What time? I'm like, 6. Okay. Yeah, you can go at 6. I'm like, can I go to my room? You can go to your room. I'm like, I was scared because she was calm. I'm like, okay. And I went in my room, right? And all I hear is, Marky, you want to keep playing playing with me? You think I'm stupid? You want to keep playing with me? Do I look like a toy? And I hear him like, no. So whatever was happening, it was something happening down there. She like, I should put these boots on and kick you. Right, I should kick you right in the stomach. So I'm like, I can hear it. So I'm like, I didn't even want to make no family calls, right? So I'm sitting there chilling. The time progressed. I go on ahead and shower, get myself ready. And then I get ready to go back up to the school. So I see Marky still sitting at the dining room table. So I'm like, how long she gonna make him sit? So he just like this, like, no enough. I'm like, where is mom? So I goes upstairs. I go in her room. I look on the camera. She's out there at the bar. So I go downstairs. I'm like, Mark. Like, yeah. He's like, I know. Go ahead. You can hit me, smack me, punch me too. I'm like, I ain't gonna do that. I'm like, what happened? He like, when Roosevelt tried to leave out because he was talking smack, I tried to knock him out. I'm like, you was fighting you was fighting in the principal office? Right? So he just like, man, because I'm not gonna let nobody punk you. I'm like, look, I appreciate that. I'm like, look, your guys, they came up to you. Like, you know what I'm saying? I'm telling him, like, they came up to your school. He like, what? I'm like, yeah. I'm like, they kind of got down a little bit, but not too much. Like, it didn't get hectic, right? So I'm just telling him what happened. He like, for real? He like, look, I need you to call my guy. So I'm like, what's the number? He like, I got to go downstairs in my room. I hid it in my book bag. So I'm like, you want me to go? And all you hear is back door now opening. Don't talk to him. Don't, y'all talk all day, whisper, get out. I'm like, oh, I was finna get ready to go to her. Well, you better go before I change my mind and you have to stay. And so as I'm going out the door, she like, and when you come in, make sure you come see me first. I'm about to decorate your room. I'm like, huh? She like, I said I'm gonna decorate. But the way she was saying she was gonna decorate my room, she looked at like upset. Like she was like, come see me first when you come back because I'm about to get ready to decorate your room. And doing this, like, that's not how somebody deliver that. When they say that, like, hey, I got a surprise for you. I'm going to do something different. Or they don't tell you at all. So, but it was the way, like, it sounded nice, but a face expression screamed something else. Boom. I gets on the bus. I headed back, you know what I'm saying? I headed back to, you know what I'm saying, the school. I get there. I let the security guard know, like, hey, I got rehearsal. Woo-woo. They're like, okay. Boom. I goes ahead and I go into like one of these spots. It got like a lot of chairs, like assembly almost, but it got like a lot of chairs, top, all that, and it's a stage, right? So it's a lot of people that could just come and see. So it's people that just sitting there. So now in the Romeo and Juliet, you know, they only share that one kiss. So, you know, I was always kind of like scared about the kiss. So boom, we start practicing on the parts. Mind you, I don't even really know the parts because I have not practiced. And I have been missing it. But Lisa, she was on point. So the lady, she was like, hey, you know, you can read it if you need to read it. So I'm reading my lines. And she said, but I need feelings. So she kept making me start over at one particular part. And so then it goes into a holding hands. So me and her was holding hands. Me and Lisa was holding hands like this. And I was looking at her and she was looking at me like, and we was going forth with the lines. Boom. So she said, okay, let's practice on that kiss, right? She like, let's practice. She like, we actually got 1 month to get this all together because we gonna be doing this, you know, at the school. So I'm like, we performing this at the school. So I was like, wait, I'm like in front of the whole school. She's like, yeah, we're gonna do the play. Yeah, we always do this. We do different plays and this and that. So I'm like, first off, I didn't even know the rules and regulations behind it. I didn't even know what I really signed up for. So now my anxiety went up the roof. It went up the roof. I'm like, oh, but I played cool. So boom, I'm like, man, so I'm trying to practice on the kiss or whatever. So boom, she like, all right, take one, the first kiss. So Lisa, she comes to me and I kind of go, but I stopped like, oh God. So I said, I got to kiss her for real. And so she like, yes, you don't have to give no tongue. I'm like, can I do, so I'm asking her, can I do this? She like, no. She like, because from the side, we could see that. So you at least need to make it look real. I'm like, or I could put my hand. No, your hand need to be on her. Like, it needed to be like on her. Like, this hand needed to be on her waist. This hand needed to kind of be like kind of grabbing her towards me. So we do the kiss. And she like, I need more passion. Start the last line and then go in with the kiss. So boom, we do the last line and then we goes in with the kiss. She like, perfect. More feeling, one more time. So I'm like, oh my God, like let's just get it. So now it's at this point, I just want to get like, just get over it. So boom, I go, boom, we kiss each other. She say, perfect. We do a little bit more rehearsal. A couple of more people come on the stage that's a part of the play. They practicing on their parts. Me and Lisa, we get to go and sit down and just watch now. We did ours or whatever. So all of a sudden, you feel somebody like tapping. Like, so when somebody tap me, they're like, hey, somebody tell me to tap you. So I look and it's Charzetta sitting right there. And when I made eye contact with her, she got up and she walked out. She walked out the assembly, like straight up. So I was just like, I didn't even know like she was there. Like I wasn't even paying attention and like, what's really going on? So once we finally got done with the play, me and Lisa, we just kind of like talking. And so, the lady, the director, she was just basically saying like, hey, like, you guys can always practice at home or, go somewhere and practice together or just come here anytime when it's not rehearsal. So Lisa was like, yeah, she like, you want to do it tomorrow? I'm like, yeah, like we can do it tomorrow. And me and her like getting ready to walk out. And then she say, hey, make sure y'all spend a lot of time to build chemistry. So when you get on the stage, they can feel the chemistry. So she like, try to at least spend time with each other. I don't know if y'all got like the same class or whatever. She like, but y'all work that out. All right, cool. So now me and her have to be like kind of in sync for a month. So I'm like, I didn't even really know at the time, like this is how it really goes. So as soon as we come out, right out the doors, Charzetta right there, Charzetta say, that was a nice kiss. And so Lisa like, oh, you was in there? She like, yes, I was. She like, that was a nice kiss though, Lisa. Lisa like, what you mean? That's a part of the play. Yeah, but y'all kissed, like, how did it feel?